Hi all, welcome to Dragon's Cave. My name's Karen. And of course, it's spring. I love bees. I bought this set of moulds at least a year ago. Never actually got round to using them. But the sun is shining and I feel the urge to do something spring-like. Now, I'm sure you can see the bee on there. And on each of the coasters, there's another 2 bees and a little honeycomby thing. And I was thinking about painting those before I start hanging. I got some fluff in the mould. Yeah, I was thinking about painting the bees before I pour these, but I think it'll look better if I paint them afterwards. That's the plan. Well, that's my thinking anyway. We shall see. So, I'm going to need to mix up some resin. But before I can do that, I need my gloves. Dragon magic. Right. I have got in 2 separate cups, because I don't want a flash cure on me. I've got roughly 200 grams in each one. And I'm going to use this gold mica powder. Also, I want to use some gold leaf. Give it that bit of extra sparkle. I'm going to start there, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. This generally breaks up pretty well as you stir it. Let me get a stick. I'm going to poke that down first, because otherwise it does tend to stick to the silicone stick. And then your stick gets sticky. And it sticks to the cup as well. It's a bit of a pain really, but generally in the past when I've done this, it does break up into nice small bits. Try not to go too mad mixing this because it's been through the debubbler. And I'm just going to keep adding more bubbles to it. But the difficulty is that I can feel the cup starting to get very slightly warm. I think that's broken up enough. I'm going to start with the holder, because that is going to be the deepest. Obviously that's going to take a lot more than any of these do. I'm just kind of guesstimated that these will probably take about 30 grams each. They may not even take that much, I don't know. But let's dollop some mica powder in there. Move this slightly better into shot. Not that you really need to see me mixing mica powder. I'm sure you've seen it done a million times. This cup is a little bit overfull, so I'm having to be careful just to get mixed in, because otherwise I'm going to splash it everywhere. Don't really know how much the gold leaf is going to show through anyway by the time powder's mixed in. You may see little or nothing of it. So before this gets any hotter, I am going to pop it in there. This is actually going to take far less than I initially thought. I thought this was going to take at least 250 and it hasn't even taken the full 200. What I'm going to do is start filling the coasters and see how far I get. Then I will use the leftover resin for something else entirely. So that's approximately 210 grams. My resin is measured by weight, not volume. They are similar, but not close enough that you can interchange the two. You measure one part by weight, you measure the other part by weight as well. Otherwise your resin is going to be a sticky, awful mess that won't properly cure. So, I'm probably going to need about 50 grams out of this cup to finish the last two. Sorry, it's completely out of shot there. Not that it matters, I'm just mixing a little. Right, let's see if I've mixed enough or if I'm going to have to do a little top up here. Oh, so close. I might just get away with this by the time I scrape out the cap. I think we're about there actually. I think it's close enough. So I am going to pop the lid on the machine and I will be back to see you in a couple of hours. See you soon. This should be fully cured now. It's been in there a long time, overnight in fact. I'm going to start with the coasters simply because they're going to be easier than that. And the foil is sticking up a little bit, so I may need to give these extra coat on the back. There we are. A couple of little bubbles here and there. I should have sprayed it with isopropyl alcohol, but I didn't think at the time. I'm easily distracted and sometimes I forget things. And again, a few little bubbles. All in all, I don't think it's bad. The gold leaf doesn't show through that much on this side. But I think these are the two I poured with the second lot I made. Well, that might have been that one and that one. Oh, I can't remember. I'll have to double check on the film. It seems to be a lot more gold leaf in this one. An air bubble just there. And again, a couple of little air bubbles. Nothing too bad. Seems pretty much the same, all of them. Little bubbles trapped. If I do this again, I will need to remember to spray them first, or go around every section with pokey stick. And let's see how easy or otherwise this is to get out. Well, that was actually very easy. And apart from just there, don't seem to have any bubbles at all. One or two teensy weensy ones just around the edge of the bee. But let's get this turned back right way round. Right, I am going to see how well they fit as well. Okay, cool. That's all gone in there nicely, and there's even a tiny bit of space, so I could put feet on them, as long as I use very thin ones. Right, let's get this out of the way. I am going to go and get my paints so I can touch up here and there. I'll be right back. Okay, I've decided I'm going to do them with the black acrylic paint. I'm also thinking I should have painted them on the mould. I did sort of contemplate that, but then thought it would be easier to do it this way. Let's just say I was wrong. I also did think about filling this with black UV resin, but that again would be difficult to cure because of the opacity of it. Would make it hard for the UV light to penetrate. It would be very difficult to cure. I'm just going to paint this. I will speed you through it. Right, I am going to do the bees on the little ones, and I think I'm going to cheat with these, and I'm just going to the best I can, like this. Get it into all the spaces. Then grab my wet wipe and wipe off as much as I possibly can and hope this works. Works on the legs, not so much in the body. Let's grab a clean tissue. So I'll have to put some more into the body part, but it has worked for the wings, so I may crack on and do the same with the others. Or I may not. Let me see. Let me grab some water. I will be right back. Okay, what I'm going to try to do is see if I can water this paint down a little. And just sort of let it run in there. There's nothing interesting here, Tweedle. I think that looks okay, actually. Not perfect, but it's better than it was. I'm going to do the same with all the others. And I will be back when we're done. See you in a bit. Well, they're about as done as they're going to be. It's turned out quite nice in the end. I think I will have to put a coat of clear UV on there just to protect the paint. But not right now. These were really difficult. I do recommend, if you have this mould, paint the detail on first, because yeah, it's not easy afterwards. I used what did I use? Oh yeah, yellow ochre, just to pick out the little bits in the honeycomb section. Overall, I'm not desperately unhappy. Yeah, like I said, I would do the paint the bits before pouring the resin next time, but otherwise it's okay. So thanks for staying with me. Please give us a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, I really appreciate it if you would. Just give the button down there a little poke and then ring the bell. It just helps out the YouTube algorithm. They push my video out to more people, which in turn hopefully means more subscribers, more views, more pennies in my bank account to feed all these millions of cats. So thank you all for sticking with me, and I will see you all again soon for the next one. Bye.
In a quiet little corner tucked away from the light, there's a cave full of colors that glow through the night. Glitter and brushes, soft clay and lace, and the scent of sweet resin flows all through the space. In the dragon's cave where